More and more, I see how my energy is either going very high or very low. How sometimes I get very excited, calm down again, and then feel embarrassed about what happened during this state of excitement. Do you have a knack to give me, how to watch when the excitement comes, not to get carried away and not to get identified with depression, and how to find my grounding and balance?
Latifa, mind is almost like the ocean. Waves upon waves. Some waves are higher, and between two waves there is a depression. There are two ways to get out of this continuous up and down process. The easiest is that when you are ecstatic, that is the moment to be aware. In depression, in agony, awareness becomes more difficult. But when you are flowing with joy, blissfulness, that is the moment to be aware. But people do exactly the opposite. When they are happy, who cares about awareness? And when they are in anguish, then certainly they start thinking it is time to be aware and get out of anguish. But nobody has ever been able to get out from anguish. directly. First, one has to get out from ecstasy. If you can be aware of your joyful moments, in the first place, the depressive, the downs will not come. The door is from ecstasy to get out. So this is the simplest way. Be happy and be aware. Rejoice and be aware. Love and be aware. Don't put awareness aside that this is a kind of disturbance. I am being in such a great ecstasy. Awareness becomes like a disturbance. It is not. It may appear in the beginning, but soon you will see it will take your ecstasy to higher peaks. Ultimately, awareness and ecstasy become one. Then those downs, depressive moments, agonies disappear. The second way, which is unnecessarily followed by few people, is difficult. But you being German, perhaps the second may be right for you. Try to become aware when you are suffering. And it is not only you, many people around the world in the history have tried that. If there was no suffering, they created suffering just to be aware of it. They will fast, and that is going to create a suffering. They will live naked in the cold winters without clothes, and that is going to create suffering. And man is very inventive. They will torture themselves in many ways. Once in a while, a person has become aware from that experience also. But it is unnecessarily inhuman But almost all the religions have been preaching that whatever is difficult is appealing to human mind, and whatever is obvious and simple you tend to forget it. But here you are not in Germany. And even in Germany, you are not going to be German. Once you are with me, you have to drop all these diseases of being German, of being Indian, of being Chinese. Just being human is enough. And I teach you the easy. I am not in favor of any kind of torture unnecessarily. If it is inevitable, that is another thing. Even the inevitable suffering, we have been trying to transform it into a transformation. To me, the easiest door is whenever you find joyful, dance, sing, and while dancing and singing, be aware. Don't be lost and don't be identified. The old habit of the mind is to be identified with anything. Whatever comes to happen, the mind gets immediately identified. The mind does not function like a mirror. It functions like a film. Whatever comes before it becomes imprinted on it. The mirror remains empty. People come and go, ups and downs. The mirror does not lose itself in any identity. Here I teach you celebration, rejoicing, because I know that is the door closest to your ultimate awakening. A man full of joy is close to existence. Greater is his joy, lesser is the distance between him and the heart of the universe. In your agony, you are alone. Far away is the heart of the universe. Your agony has created the distance. So when you are in agony, it is human. Once in a while it happens. Remain alert, and if you have been able to remain alert when dance was descending on you and flowers were showering on you, it won't be difficult at all to be aware when something has gone wrong. You can be a watcher, standing aside, unidentified. This is the way of the mirror, and this is the way of those who have known human nature more deeply than your so-called religions and psychoanalysts, your so-called wise people. But it is up to you. If you enjoy self-torture, then choose moments of misery for the practice of awareness. But if you are understanding and intelligent, you will choose the easiest and the closest way. Anyway, whatever you choose, the result is the same. Awareness will make you free from identification. You can try both. Few people get lost when they are happy. Perhaps for them it is difficult to be aware when they are happy. The mind says, what is the need of awareness? In such blissful, happy moment, don't bring religion in. You are young and you are healthy and you are in love. What is the need for the church at this moment? Yes, when you have become old, 1 feet in the grave, then remember God, but it is too late. Then pray to God, but it is too late. Just the other day, Ananda showed me a picture. One very famous Christian missionary, old, 30 years standing and in his television sermons, millions of people were listening him every Sunday. Has been caught coming out from a prostitute's house. He did the right thing. He appeared on the television, tears in his eyes. I looked at the pictures and I could not believe that at this age he is weeping. Millions of viewers felt sympathy with the old man. And he is saying that I will ask God to forgive me and you to forgive me. I have been going to prostitutes all these years. Now for 3 months I will not speak. As a penance, but most probably these 3 months he will visit prostitutes what else he will do? And God is always available. Today or 3 months afterwards, you can ask forgiveness. But with me there is no God, and nobody can forgive you. And there is no point of any prayer. You have to change. You have to understand the mechanism of transformation. And it is very simple. In an early morning walk, when the birds are joyous and the trees are glowing in the sun, and you are feeling a peace, become alert. Whatever is happening should not happen in an unconscious state. Just be conscious. That does not mean that you have to be verbally repeating inside yourself, look, birds are singing. Look how trees are happy. Look what peace prevailing. You have destroyed everything. You are not to verbalize, you have to experience. And whenever you find the moment which is worth rejoicing, in that moment be alert. Slowly, slowly your alertness will become part of you. And the work of alertness is destroying identifications. Once in a while you will be down, dark clouds, life seems to be meaningless. For any reason, your alertness gained, strengthened, crystallized in moments of joy will come to your help. You will remain far away, and you will know deep down all this is happening, but not to me, but only around me. And it goes on changing. My awareness remains just like a mirror, only reflecting, but not identifying. But old habits, Latifa, die very difficultly with great effort. We have been taught from the very beginning. If there have been other lives before, we are carrying conditions calculated by scientists at least 10 million years old. And the most dangerous conditioning as far as awakening is concerned, enlightenment is concerned, is identification. Without a split second, you get identified. You forget that this too will pass. Just wait a minute. The old boyfriend has left. Feel blissful. That what a great opportunity. That's what I have been teaching. Let the old go. Because the new is coming. It may take a little time. In that space, it is up to you to be miserable or to be awaiting with alertness. But every day it goes on. In the morning, your mood is bad, and you know this mood has been bad many times before. It does not remain. So why bother? Let it be bad. Why be concerned? Why give any attention to it? Because every attention is nourishment. Just watch. Let that old mood get sogged. What is the matter? Latifa has been always welcoming. Something has changed. She is sitting silently, not even bothering that there is an old bad mood. But you don't remember your own life and its pattern. These ups and downs are not happening to you. They are happening only in the mind. And you are not the mind. You can stand aside and watch the whole game. Choose any way, but drop the old habit of again and again falling into the same trap. One time you can be forgiven because you were moving in an unknown territory. But second time, if you fall in the same trap, and the third time, and the thousandth time, then it seems that you have decided to fall into the trap whatever happens. That it is not the trap, it is your decision, or perhaps you are not at all conscious and just stumbling in your darkness like a somnambulist. Even they do better. But this old habit has to be changed. And there is not a question of any effort to change it. Don't decide that I will change. Simple understanding, a simple clarity of the whole situation, and the old changes. But even grown-up people behave like small children. Without maturity, without really proving that they are grown up. All that seems to be is they are growing old, not growing up. Little Arni's parents are horrified. Their 4-year-old son is just learning to talk fluently, which is charming. But he uses the word fucking in almost every sentence, which is very impolite. They try every strategy to get him to stop, but nothing seems to work. So they try bribery. They tell Arni that he can go to Janet's birthday party if he stops swearing. His father warns him that he has asked Janet's mom to send Arni home at once if she hears the filthy, disgusting word. On Saturday at 2:30, Arni sets off, but at 3 o'clock he is back again in tears. I told you not to use that disgusting word. His father cries. I did not use the fucking word. Sobs Arni. The fucking party is not till next fucking Saturday. If we look at our own behavior, you will not find much difference. The same thing goes on and on. Let understanding prevail. A simple understanding. Just be aware of this silence. Don't use words inside. Don't judge. Whatever is happening, simply be reflected. And this has to be the method to be used to get unidentified with your ups and downs and bring a balance to your life.